Alright, here we go. The greatest guide there's ever been in the history of guides. Let's get right on into it. Ultra Space Time Rush. They've gone and updated it, and they've made it harder. Anyone who says it's not harder is lying out their teeth. Even if they don't think it's harder than before. So here we go. We got some people that need some tips. So I'm going to give you the tips on how to beat it so you can get all those medals, be happy, get the Zenkais you want, or save up to get the Zenkais they'll add later on, since they will add new Zenkais into the shop. So if you want to wait, then hey, wait, but you want to beat it now, so let's get into it. Here you go. You can see I got Z in all 3 stages, just to let you know I've actually done this and I'm not just making stuff up. My mother was very proud, actually hugged me for the first time ever, so I want you guys to be loved by your mothers too, so let's get into this. First up, I'm going to tell you how to fight in PvE. This will help you out in Rush 1, 2, 3, as well as other PvE events against the computer, essentially. If you didn't know what PvE meant, it's player versus environment, but against the computer, against the game, this will help you get the job done. Alright, so your opponent attacks, you vanish. Use a blast card to start your combo. If you use a strike card, for some reason they just vanish and then Bidoof you with a blue card. But if you use a blast card, 9 times out of 10 they don't vanish. You catch them and you can begin your combo. So once you get your combo going though, you attack, you land a card. What are you going to do? Well, unlike PvP, where you have to keep your combo going or else your opponent will vanish out, the computer isn't so bright. They just don't vanish right away. So once you attack, then swipe forward to float at them. Now you have 2 options. You can swipe to the side and just extend it a little longer than you normally would for a PvP swipe to the side. And just as they're standing back up and normally when they'd be able to vanish, then you just attack again. This will help you get your vanish gauge back faster and allow you to not be attacked. Or you can do what I like to do most of the time and works especially well with units with high card draw speed, is you swipe forward, float right in front of them, charge key. Normally you'd only charge key after a blast attack, but in this case, it doesn't matter. You can charge it after a strike attack. Charge up key, then use another card. Go, go, go. Keep going. They'll eventually probably switch units, or you can switch units to gain your vanish back. That's how that works, but that'll work in all PvE and is really the key to winning this rush, so make sure you do that. Now, for what to do for the rush. This is another universal step for all the rush levels, but it applies more to Rush 3 and a little bit to Rush 2. Some of these guys have so much health, you just can't beat them first go around. And even if you're just landing attacks and you never die, like they just have a ton of health. So bring in units that are color countered to the units you're trying to kill. I'll explain what I mean here. We're on the final rush, the very last boss. You can see it's green Gogeta blue, yellow Vegito blue, and then a green Super Gogeta. Now, the challenge for this is it wants you to bring 2 blue units. You can worry about that once you narrow their health down. Bring a purple, a red, and a purple unit, lower their health, kill 2 of them if you can, and get to the yellow or the green, whichever one is left. You know, for me, it just happened to be Vegito blue when I did this. I killed off the 2 Gogetas with the purple units, and then I got Vegito blue to like 1 hit away, let him kill all my units, and then I brought in the 2 blue units necessary, and I just one-shot Vegito blue, and I complete the challenge. Done. So bring the color counter units if you're having a problem beating them. You don't have to beat it first try. These bosses actually save their health. So if you kill Gogeta blue and Super Gogeta first try, when you try again, they'll be dead already. You don't have to fight them at all. So make sure you keep in mind that it saves your progress. You don't have to do this thing in one go every time. With that out of the way, let's get into a little bit more specific. For Rush 1, there are 3 bosses. It's the easiest. You shouldn't really have that big of problems with this. As long as your character is level 5,000, you have them fully soul boosted, because those are requirements to even begin to attempt this. Some people I know don't have that, and they try and do this. It's not going to happen. You need that at least. But the boost characters here are Saiyan and Dragon Ball Saga, and even if you're newer and don't have a ton of units, there are million Saiyan units in the game. I'm sure you have a bunch. They give an inflicted damage up of 100% and sustained damage cut of 15%. This applies to both the Dragon Ball Saga and Saiyan characters. And if you have the Kid Goku, he gets both of these buffs, so he's super powered. Absolutely Yosha. And with it, just use color counter. Remember the color wheel. I'll explain it to you quickly here. Red beats yellow, yellow beats purple, purple beats green, green beats blue, and blue beats red. Remember the color wheel. If you don't know it for some reason, you should. It's a very major key to this game entirely. But then just bring units to color counter and make sure you complete the challenge. You can click the challenge thing and then look at each individual level for what you need to do to complete it. Make sure you complete the challenge, because to get Z for every rush, you have to do all the challenges. So make sure you're doing the challenges. But again, as I explained before, you don't have to use the challenge characters first try if it's too difficult for you. You can use other characters to whittle down their health let your characters die, and then bring in the challenge character, because normally it puts you at a disadvantage, and then use that challenge character to defeat the boss, and you've completed the challenge. For Rush 2 here, we've got our boost units of Vegeta Fam and Otherworld Warrior. Otherworld Warrior kind of sucks because there's not that many units, and even the ones on there are pretty sucky. But regardless, you'll have to use them to beat the bosses. All the challenges require you to use either a Vegeta Fam character or an Otherworld Warrior character. There's 5 levels. Again, I'm not giving specific units to use because everyone has different units. And I'm going to get questions like, oh, you said use Vegito Blue here, but I don't have Vegito Blue. Who should I use? Well, for the most part, it's really about the color that matters and just using whatever you have as the strongest for that color. And if you have a Vegeta Fam unit that's a blue unit and it's a strong unit for you, it's level 5000, all that good stuff, then use it. Use the units that are strong for you. You can sort by power level, so do that. Use the units that are strong for you and that color counter, as well as complete the challenge, so you make sure you do that. But it's really not that hard to figure out what units to bring as long as you know the color wheel. Just learn the color wheel. Finally, for Rush 3, your boost units are Regen and Powerful Opponent. So bring Regen and Powerful Opponent units. All the challenges on the Rush level will require you to use Regen or Powerful Opponent. It'll switch off. 1 is Regen, 2 is Powerful Opponent, 3 is Regen, 4 is Powerful Opponent, and then 5 is a Regen character. Then there will also be specific colors you have to bring. Like for the last challenge, you have to bring a Regen unit, and then you have to bring 2 blue units. You can have that Regen unit be one of those blue units. So it could be you have 1 blue Regen unit, and you have another blue unit. But again, I recommend you bring a purple, a red, and a purple Regen, just for example for the last one, because it's the hardest one. And you lower their health. Then, bada bing, bada boom, you bring in the 2 blue units plus a Regen unit. You finish it off, and you've completed this. Again, the main thing to remember, how to battle in PvP or PvE that I told you at the beginning of the video. Then the color wheel, and then remember your boost units. If you do all those things, you have your characters leveled up, you should be able to get this thing done easy peasy, thighs be squeezy. So make sure you do it. Hope this helped you guys out. If it did, slap a like. Subscribe if you're new. Appreciate it big time, very much. And as always, I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.